matchup here in North America, and two teams that are really, I mean, they're trying not to fall asleep a little too early here because, again, they have a lot to play for in this one match here. And, you know, their seasons, I think that whoever loses this match, as you kind of alluded to earlier, their season's over.
Yeah, and especially if we look at last season, a lot of the teams that didn't come back, they were 2-5. 5 losses. Applesauce now at 1-4. So losing this would put them at 1-5, of course. And that would really be kind of a death sentence for them at this point and stay out of the top 4, let alone the top 2.
Right. So, you know, we saw, of course, both these teams play earlier, and you can't imagine that, you know, mentally they were happy with their series. Even with Applesauce getting the win that they got in that previous series, I think they have to be feeling like they can do better. And we'll see if they do here against the HOSSES, as one of these teams will fight to survive and advance as the season rolls on. Underway in our final best of 5 of the evening. Hado looking to drop one down, and Timmy is right there. Now Epic Johnny. This will circle around, but Timmy's there again. And one thing we've noticed, especially as series go on, Timmy defensively, it really has been outstanding. He's been called on a lot and put in a lot of ugly situations, and he's answered the call more often than not.
Yeah, and I think on the other side of the field for the HOSSES, Chrome has been a great player on offense for them. 68% of the goal participation coming into this week. So for them, they can rely on Chrome quite a bit to make things happen. And right here for the HOSSES could be that moment.
Epic Johnny not able to clear the zone, but Hado should be able to. He's given all day and plenty of space. He connects with Zolhe, but that shot just wide. Missed opportunity because the defense was not going to be able to react in time. Timmy finds Chrome, and it's Epic Johnny who makes the stop. Insolences with the follow-up, and that's going to drop off to the corner. Insol right back onto this, trying to carry it through. He cannot. Chrome against Epic Johnny. Good kick out for Insolences, but Zolhe up to interfere with the play. Timmy, tough angle. That's cut off by Johnny. Now Insolences to the ceiling. Very comfortable up there, but it's Hado who's snuffed out the play. And a little awkward defensively for Applesauce, all bunched together, and it's Timmy who comes up and scores.
Yeah, you said it. They're all kind of next to each other here. Hado at least went up for that one. Now Zolhe and Epic Johnny trying to get in the way of that one, and it's just Timmy who puts it past them. Now HOSSES up 1-0 to start things off.
And so we'll see if Applesauce can answer now. The challenge has been laid down. Early goal from the HOSSES. Timmy just gonna carry this one through like a hot knife through butter, and in the end result, it's Insolences getting on the board.
Great ball control. Look at all the space Timmy has here to make a play. He pops it up off the backboard, and it's Insolences to follow it up. The HOSSES are looking good on offense.
And Applesauce still trying to figure it out on the defensive end. They weathered the storm initially, but really it felt like they were just kind of getting away with mistakes. That's not going to last too much longer. 3 minutes remain here in game 1. Epic Johnny met by Chrome. Neither of them got a piece of the ball. Now Timmy downfield, scrambling back, and Timmy not able to keep that inside the dotted lines, and Zolhe not able to break out quickly enough. Low on boost, and it comes right back in. Zolhe bumped out of the play by Insolences. Epic Johnny thought about coming up. He's got to scramble back, and Zol does get there. But it has, again, not been pretty defensively for Applesauce, and they almost gave up a boomer to Chrome.
Yeah, there's almost been 0 offense here from Applesauce. Only 1 shot so far as we just passed halftime, and it's just been HOSSES living inside of the Applesauce end.
Insolences looking for someone to pass to. Chrome was coming up, but he had to go through Zolhe to get there. Timmy all the way back. Who else? He makes the save. Hado and Johnny kind of crisscrossing there. Easily stopped by the HOSSES, and they're looking to get back in business. That touch not the greatest from Epic Johnny, and it has not allowed the HOSSES to break free just yet. Zolhe kicks that one out to Hado, and Timmy there getting around Epic Johnny and up for the save. Boy, it's just been stop after stop for Timmy. Outstanding defensive effort for the HOSSES. Insolences now. Gonna carry this one through himself. And his shot blocked away by Zolhe. Watch the rebound. Chrome, that's going to be high, and Epic Johnny has it to a streaking Zolhe, who scores on an empty net.
He's got it for Applesauce, and that's a great way to get onto the counterattack and get things going for your team. Applesauce have not looked good up until this point, and they make things happen when they can. Applesauce on the board.
We're talking about, Epic Johnny seeming to maybe not trust his teammates, kind of 1v5ing the opposition in the previous match. That time, putting his faith in Zol, running downfield. It's worked out. Maybe it's a sign of things to come in the final minute plus. Insolences can't drop that one behind Epic Johnny. Back down it goes, and Johnny could not catch up to this. Just a little slow getting out of the zone. Was slowed down, I think, by some contact as well. And it's a missed opportunity for Applesauce, who could have tied this game.
And there's been a couple pain points for this HOSSES team. One of the biggest ones is creeping up too far on offense. A lot of long-range goals for the teams they play against here because they're just they're pushed up too far. And you're seeing it a couple times here. Applesauce starting to realize that and take advantage of it.
Insolences did not control this well out of the corner, but he does recover to send this all the way across. Head out of a rebound, and it's going to be blocked away by Timmy. Boy, Timmy, the only reason that the HOSSES have a lead right now, he has a goal, 4 saves, and plenty of defensive work outside of those saves, but more is needed in the final 20. Zolhe couldn't force it through.
Hado.
Rebound from Hado, blocked by Chrome, not dunked through, and Timmy gets the last touch to send it away with only 13 to go. Zolhe for Hado again. That tandem has not quite worked out yet, but they've had opportunities. Epic Johnny couldn't get on the right side of it. 1 second remains, and Chrome with the clear, only as far as Zol. Insolences just needs to kill this off, and he has not yet. But Timmy, that should do it, and it does.
The HOSSES sneak away here with game number 1. Not really the best, it wasn't really the best showing here from either team, but the HOSSES able to get this one out. You see 7 saves. You kept mentioning Timmy quite a bit here with 5 saves to his own name. So great defensive stuff and work from the HOSSES.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been a long day. And 7 shots to their name as well. So the HOSSES, no surprise to see them get the offense going and have a lot of shots and put things together. Only 2 goals coming out of that, and like I said, they do creep up on offense quite a bit, and Applesauce, they were able to take advantage of that at one point.
Yeah, they do seem to be the team that has much more firepower too, the HOSSES. I mean, let's face it, all 3 of these players having RLCS experience and plenty of success over time in the RLCS. There is some LAN experience that is not quite matched on the Applesauce side. And I think that does matter to some extent because, you can see that, Chrome, Insolences, Timmy, they've all been able to play at the highest level and succeed at the highest level. And I think that really gives them an edge.
Yeah, and for Applesauce, again, you score 1 goal. It was off of great counterattack, but things after that didn't really get going. Huge defensive stops for the HOSSES there at the end of the game where Applesauce kind of did get the ball rolling almost literally into the back of the net. But again, Applesauce, they have to put things together earlier if they want to win this series.
So game number 2, a chance for Applesauce to erase any bad memories from that last game and get themselves right back into this series. Again, pretty much with their season on the line. Same could be said for both teams. Hado lets that one bounce away. Dangerous with Timmy there. Timmy couldn't make him pay. Chrome now, beaten out by Zolhe. Timmy's shot, gonna be blocked away by Hado. Chrome was also there. Chrome not afraid to mix it up a little bit. Really run some interference. He's done it plenty this season. That's going to kick out over Timmy. And Hado just watches that go to his own corner. Now Insolences gets the touch and a full tank of boost. I don't know what he was planning to do there, but Timmy's there to take that ball off him, and Hado makes the save. Now Zolhe back the other way. Insolences catches a piece, and Chrome's able to make the save and start a counterattack for the HOSSES. It's a promising attack. Timmy needs 1 more touch, but he's just kind of left it there thanks to the efforts of Epic Johnny.
We picked up right where we left off from last game. Lots of pressure coming out from the HOSSES, keeping this Applesauce squad in their own side. Got to find a way to break through and get back on those counterattacks they were working for in the last game.
Timmy Didn't get all of this, but he set it up for Chrome. Chrome trying to fight through traffic. Not going to happen. Timmy wins a challenge. This is going to go to the corner. Epic Johnny tracking. And Insolences takes the opportunity to steal his boost away. And we'll see if Applesauce can make the most of this with a little bit less of their resources available. Zolhe for Epic Johnny. That's on target, but Chrome is there to save the day. Now Timmy for himself off the corner. Hey, the passes weren't quite working between cars, so Timmy takes it himself, and it's a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, great touch, or great recognition here from Timmy to be able to follow this one up. Really slow defense there from Zolhe, not getting up in time, letting Timmy just come through and put it away. Now HOSSES in the lead by 1.
We'll see if Applesauce can claw their way back in, kind of like they did in that last game. Gave themselves a chance. Epic Johnny just falls onto one. Chrome has Timmy all the way across. Insol also up. And that's going to be how the HOSSES attack, you would think, would die, as Epic Johnny going to find Zolhe, but they just take way too long to get out of the zone. You know, Corelli, we talk a lot about using passes to clear the zone, but you do still have to do it quickly, and that just wasn't quick enough.
Well, it's tough to do when you're all bunched up in front of your net like HOSSES are kind of getting these guys to do. This is the counterattack, though, that I'm talking about from Applesauce. They would love to capitalize here and tie up this game.
Chrome and Hato collide. That challenge won by Hato, nobody home, and Zolhe off the win from Hato ties the game.
Yeah, the defense getting real spread out here from the HOSSES, and Insolences just didn't make contact on the ball there. You're actually bumping in to Hato, and it just Zolhe just drives up, and it's a free shot on an open net. And like I said here, Applesauce able to tie things up here just as we approach halftime.
Low-scoring series. You expect goals to be, you know, a precious commodity. It's going to be Timmy. Going to find Insolences. Backboard, does he have another touch? He does, but could not get that down on target. And back the other way it goes. Hato going to chase this to the corner. Zolhe will not. He'll be waiting to respawn. He does on the near side. And it's going to be Epic Johnny who stops the attack for the HOSSES. Now Hato, another good win at midfield. Those challenges have been critical to Applesauce just hanging around in this series, but especially here in this game. Timmy, right at Zolhe. And Zol again, not able to clear the zone. This is the problem that Applesauce runs into. They need somebody maybe to just streak downfield, get a lane, see if they can spark a quick counterattack. Right now, facing shot after shot, as Hato finally does get this out at least towards midfield. Chrome with a backflip, but Timmy's there to bail him out.
Chrome was getting a little bit bullied there. The player with the ball moving downfield had a linebacker in front of him. Now still tied up with 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and Applesauce has spent a lot of time on their defensive end. I've talked about it all game. HOSSES, the pressure coming out from them has been extremely strong, and Applesauce have done next to nothing to stop it.
That goes off to the corner. Zolhe will try to get this through Insolences. Hato unable to get one by Timmy, but finally Epic Johnny just bombing one all the way downfield. And finally Applesauce can say, all right, we're a little bit comfortable now, as Zolhe has that one kick off of Insol all the way back. And Johnny in a tough spot, giving it up to Chrome, and it skips across just too far ahead of Timmy.
Panic defense there from Johnny, now approaching 30 seconds left for these guys. And the HOSSES, when you spend this much time in the offensive third, you've got to score. They've got 5 shots to their name, but only 1 goal. Lots of time spent for little reward.
Zolhe around in front in the closing seconds as Chrome backflips, and Epic Johnny delivers the lead for Applesauce.
And this was going to be an easy save for Chrome. It comes off the back wall, and he just accidentally backflips. That's all there is to it, really. You would have been up there to block it, but instead it's Epic Johnny's able to put that one away.
And now only 21 seconds remain. Chrome looking to make up for it. That's on target, maybe just a little bit high, and Epic Johnny there to meet the shot. Another clear for Johnny as we go to the final countdown of Game 2. Applesauce closing in on a series-tying victory. And Zole with that clear following the demo from Epic. Johnny, Applesauce have tied the series.
And that's an unfortunate one to lose for the HOSSES with that backflip coming up from Chrome, obviously giving the game-winning goal there to Epic Johnny. And for Applesauce, you got to feel good. You play defense for most of that game, and the HOSSES give up a free goal there from the backflip, and all of a sudden now they tie up the series.
Yeah, now for this Applesauce team, can they get things rolling? I think that's going to be the big question. Can they build off of this win? What was it really that helped them kind of persevere against all the pressure that they faced from the HOSSES?
Well, they were getting in front of the ball and shutting down a lot of things. There weren't too many, they didn't have to make too many saves, at least not according to the stats. 3 coming out for the amount of time that HOSSES spent in their half. That is a very small number. And again, they did benefit off of one mistake there from Chrome to able to win the game there. So for Applesauce, you know, what is it that they can do better? Well, they have to get the ball down the field and get back onto offense. And I think they need to break out of defense even a little bit more. Even if it's not even into offense, it's just getting out of your end and moving up the field.
Yeah, you know, one thing that does not show up in the stat sheets, and you know, sometimes I really wish it did, is the efforts of Hato and Zol in particular. A lot of those challenges, either at midfield or deep in the offensive zone, to keep attacks alive. I think that could be kind of understated and missed at times. And boy, did it play a huge role in Applesauce taking game number 2, same scoreline as the first game. Hey, only 6 goals between 2 games. For these two teams, it's going to be a battle all evening long, and it continues into game 3.
That's good news for Applesauce. They came into this series averaging 3 goals against in their previous games.
This will kick to the back wall. It's Insolences. See if he can kickstart the offense for the HOSSES. He cannot. He's met by Zolhe. That's going to register as a shot that Timmy has to send away. Now Chrome looking to chase that one from Insol. He cannot. It's coming right back in, and it's the HOSSES who are kind of hemmed in their own zone. Hato needs one more touch to set up Zolhe, and Insolence is there to make sure he does not. Zolhe still gets the shot off, and Chrome is there. Another one in front. Insol should have this. Hato thought about coming up. Very wisely backs off. Now Hato could follow this himself. It's kicked to the side. It looked like it went off of Chrome.
This is already a much better start from Applesauce. Look at all the pressure they're putting on and forcing some tough saves or tough blocks coming out from the HOSSES. This is really the first time that Applesauce has had to spend some time on defense.
Ball rolled through. Chrome barely able to catch up with this. Timmy was there. And now Timmy right down the middle. That's going to be dropped off by Hato. Follow up though. Insolence's drive blocked right in front by Zolhe. All the way downfield, but not able to set up Hato on the far side. Now Timmy, can he set up Insol? He does. Who set up Chrome, looking to tee off on one, but he's thrown it way high and could not follow. And a missed opportunity for the HOSSES. Chance for Applesauce to break free. They do not. And right now, this game's still being contested in midfield when it really feels like one of these teams should have an advantage right now, and they haven't been able to take advantage of the opportunities they've been given.
Yeah, and it was Applesauce in the beginning. Now the HOSSES getting kind of a foothold in this game, but maybe not so quickly. Hato turned away by Chrome.
Zolhe now, his shot going to meet a wall of blue defenders as the HOSSES are all there. They're kind of forced into a shell right now with all these shots coming in from Applesauce. That one's going to be missed, though, by Epic Johnny. Chrome can clear it away. Insolence is just going to wait at the back, and he's going to take his time coming up. He'll be needed here to stop Epic Johnny. What a passing play that gets cut out by Insolences.
Insolences, great positioning there. That's a tough one to read. That passing play came through crisply for Applesauce, and the save comes out from Insolences.
You don't see many of those get saved. That one was, and Epic Johnny off the corner of the goal, barely doing enough to keep this scoreline blank. And now Zolhe trying to battle through. He's got Timmy all over him. Epic Johnny, big drive on target. Insolences didn't clear it away very well, but Zolhe could not get any power behind the shot, nor could he get it on target. Now Johnny over towards Hato, blocked out by Insolences. And, you know, we talk about Timmy and his defense. Insol has done a great job of cutting out a lot of these passing plays. He has read the attack of Applesauce exceptionally well, but now he did not read that, and that one from Zolhe rolls up and out of harm's way. Another missed opportunity for APPLESAUCE.
Yeah, you said it. That one is a must score for APPLESAUCE. When you have an open net, you just got to put it on target. Not able to there. We keep playing with less than a minute and a half left.
Again, what's on the line for these two teams? The loser can just about kiss any hopes of top 4 goodbye. The winner doesn't necessarily have top 4 guaranteed either, the way that North America's been shaping up. Here's Hato. His shot towards the far side is going to be blocked by the goalpost. And Chrome just trying to run onto it. Timmy now has Insolence is downfield, but he could not read that in time, so he has to come back. A minute remains. Loose ball in front. Zolhe has given it away to Chrome, but he cleans up his own mess. Now Hato. Could be a costly miss. Insolences was trying to box out Zol in the net. Was not able to, as he's able to recover. And again, APPLESAUCE up to the task defensively, but it has not been pretty. Insolences finally gets through with 31 to go.
And after a couple close calls here on the APPLESAUCE side, HOSSES finally get one to drop, and it's just a poor touch there from Zolhe. This ball perfectly read by Insolences. He's able to put it away, and we only got 31 seconds left.
Teams have not normally been able to answer very quickly in this series. That's what APPLESAUCE has to do to force overtime. Insolences backboard for Chrome after the demo from Timmy. Zolhe helpless in net and a 2-0 lead.
It's a great demo out from Timmy, opening up a lot of space in the net. Gives a lot for Chrome to choose from. Hato just coming off that sidewall. There's just nothing you can do about it there. And Chrome gives his team a 2-0 lead.
And so a difficult task becomes nearly impossible now. 22 seconds remain. And HOSSES threatening to just run away with this one. And we have really seen for both of these teams, games end up like this. They kind of end up, you know, very snowball-y, right? You know, a team gets an advantage and they just press that advantage late. Hato actually saves the shot from Zol. And, well, they don't even get the own goal at the end. And the HOSSES, they get a little fortunate at the end, but they had a comfortable lead.
They had a 2-0 lead. I don't know if APPLESAUCE could have made the comeback there, but you would like to have the chance. At least there was a couple seconds left on the clock. APPLESAUCE could have made something happen off the kickoff. But with 11 shots, you give up 11 shots to the HOSSES. You're asking for it at that point. And it started off great for APPLESAUCE there in the first 30 seconds or so, but they couldn't make anything happen. I mean, they had 8 shots. They had their opportunities, especially there at the end, to at least get one on the board, but in the end, it's the HOSSES who make things happen. It took them a while there. Didn't happen until the last minute of the game where goals started to fall. So for the HOSSES, this is great. Now you're on match point, and you can salvage this season.
Yeah, and, you know, the scoring has been spread out too. I mean, you know, Chrome does only have the 1 goal, but he's got a pair of assists to go with it, where Insolences has a couple of goals and 1 assist, and Timmy 2 and 2. And on the other side, you don't have that same balance, right? I mean, they've also, of course, scored fewer goals, but, you know, Hato, only 1 assist. He hasn't got on the board yet for scoring a goal. Zol's only got a couple of goals. Epic Johnny's only got a goal, and, you know, when you look at Epic Johnny, he's been the catalyst offensively. Yeah, he's the guy that APPLESAUCE, look, you can say he needs to involve his teammates more, but at some point, if it's not working, it's not working. He's got to take over like we've seen him do before.
Hey, when you're the guy, you got to make things happen, and he's done that in most of the series we've seen, but he's slowed down definitely here against the HOSSES. So we'll find out if the HOSSES can close out this series or if APPLESAUCE can fight back.
It has felt like a series that, through some fortune or misfortune, is destined to go 5 games. It doesn't feel like either of these teams can really break free and separate themselves from the other. But it's an opportunity to do just that for the HOSSES here in Game 4. And Insolences, not a great first touch on that ball, and Zolhe is going to make him pay, and fate is frowning on the HOSSES.
He made him pay here. This is a poor touch from Insolences. Actually just sets up Zolhe, and Zolhe had no boost to make this happen. It just kind of landed in his lap. It's a free shot on net after the poor touch, and all of a sudden, APPLESAUCE in the lead.
So Zolhe and Timmy will go for this kickoff. It will end up with Hato looking to do all the work himself, not able to. And you rarely see it at this level. You see them try, but the way defense has evolved, everybody's seen it a million times. Timmy almost forcing one through, and Hato and Zolhe combined for a quality defensive effort. Now Timmy with a full tank of boost, going to be called on here, so too is Insolences. Tandem defense for the HOSSES, and it hasn't worked out. I think that double commit in front of the net may have set this up.
Well, APPLESAUCE ain't done with this series yet. They're looking for a game 5, and this is great from Zolhe to get up. Chrome just too slow to get to that ball. And APPLESAUCE, they're in the lead by 2.
Hado and Zolhe involved in that goal. Hado the assist, Zol the goal. And part of course, a team that, is still in the record books with plenty of entries from Season 1 of the Rival Series. This ball will head all the way downfield, and Hado not able to make contact. Seems like a far cry from the days where they were able to drop, 11, 12 goals on a team. Of course, we also don't have Incognito in the Rival Series this season. Here's Hado over Timmy, over Insol. No, great block by Insolences, and now it's Zolhe with a drive, and Insolences and Chrome combined for the stop. Now Epic Johnny, that's going to be right to Insolences, all the way across, but right at Zolhe. So, well, it's not a repeat, I assure you. Timmy called on to make yet another stop all by himself, and he does so.
It's good defense here from the HOSSES. APPLESAUCE really putting on the pressure so far in this single game in this series. So for APPLESAUCE, they have got to keep this up, but can they force a game 5? We'll find out.
Hado not able to make contact out of the corner. It's Timmy, has enough to follow, but it's dropped off to the side, and the defense didn't really bite on it either. They recognized early on he didn't have it. Now Chrome, met by Zolhe. Hado's taken out of the play, so Insolences can do this to set up Timmy. Tough angle, and he just missed it.
Couple close calls now for the HOSSES. They got 6 shots to their name, so things or opportunities are coming for them, but they cannot find the back of the net. And as we approach halftime, you got to think they want to close out this series. They got to start putting things away, but it's APPLESAUCE who does it here.
Yeah, just a ball thrown in front by Hado. A lot of extra effort. Epic Johnny, just that last touch to make sure it gets there. And hey, that's what we needed to see from APPLESAUCE too. Coming up, really pressuring the HOSSES, and now that they are, they're starting to blow them out. Yeah,
and if you're APPLESAUCE, I mean, they threw everyone at that play, so you better score it, and they do. Now a 3-0 lead opens up for them.
Now Hado just giving that one away to Chrome as the HOSSES find themselves trailing 3-0. And hey, we've seen them break down at points like this, and you almost wonder if it's kind of part of their mentality to, okay, well, this game's been a disaster. We've got a game in hand. Look forward to the next game, but maybe a little too early for that as Epic Johnny just kind of catches that along the crossbar.
Oh,
Timmy redirect, and Enso will make sure it goes in.
What in the world was that from Timmy? He's just fighting in the corner, and the ball comes back to him. He just backflips it, actually. Thought it was a little bit more spectacular from him, but still great from him to put that back on target. Insolences there to confirm that goal.
So it's a hat trick from Zolhe on one side. Now we'll see if the tandem offense of the HOSSES can get back into this series. Will it be one guy trying to do everything, or will it be a team effort as it has been through most of this series, or will it just be more Zolhe? He's added a 4th.
And it has been all Zolhe this game. Again, just kind of lurking around in front of the box here. Able to put that one off the crossbar and into the goal. APPLESAUCE now in a demanding lead with Zolhe leading the charge.
Trying to force a 5th and decisive game here in our final match of the evening. It's been a full day of Rocket League here in the Rival Series between Europe and North America. Plenty of Game 5s in a week where we figured there would be some kind of surprise, and boy, has there ever been. Timmy, good clear, but only as far as Hado. Nobody really trying to get downfield for the HOSSES. Now Insolences, solid individual effort. Hado hasn't quite cleared this away, but he's done just enough as Chrome couldn't get it on target. I think Chrome's gonna want that one back. He may get an opportunity, but right now it's Insolences. And Chrome has to retreat as Zolhe kicks one across for Epic Johnny. And hey, we've seen Johnny stop a few of those. This time it's Chrome's turn.
With less than a minute left, APPLESAUCE would love to force a Game 5. For the HOSSES, this could be a death sentence for their season. It's Insolences getting the the goal off of Chrome's pass.
Yeah, Insolence is just coming up. He thought about rotating back, realized, hey, there's only 47 seconds. We gotta go. It doesn't matter how many you give up if you don't score any. Great play there by the HOSSES. That sense of urgency is there. Could give them a chance to complete the comeback. Got a chance at a kickoff goal. Insolence is to the backboard. Epic Johnny, not the greatest first touch, but the second is enough to kill more time. And Timmy just kind of blocked away by Zol and Johnny. They're not even playing the ball at that point. They're just making sure that Timmy can't center anything. It's well done by APPLESAUCE. They know exactly what they need to do to preserve this lead, and they have done well enough. Epic Johnny, again killing time. They did press forward. That demo opens things up. It's an empty net, and Chrome makes it a one-goal game.
And Chrome, he keeps his team alive here. They want to close it out in game 4, and they got 13 seconds left to tie this one up. Chrome wearing that captain clutch tag. Let's see how clutch he can be.
We saw that crazy 0-second goal in the previous series between Peeps and Manhattan to force overtime in game 5, but this is an empty net goal off the kickoff from Zolhe, his 5th.
It's been a one-man scoring show for APPLESAUCE, and no, it's not Epic Johnny. It's Zolhe able to put it away, and what a day to step up for your team for Zolhe. 5 goals to his name on 6 shots.
Now, 5 goals, not something you normally see in a single game. Only been done a handful of times. Insolences just gives this ball away, and we will go. Well, 5's the magic number. We're going to game 5.
We are not done yet. APPLESAUCE, again, just talking about the storyline and what it means for both of these teams at this point. APPLESAUCE now, they're at 1-4 in their record here in the rival series. HOSSES at 2-3. Like we said before this game for APPLESAUCE, if they lose this game going 1-5, it's basically it for you at top 4. We saw that in the previous seasons where 5 is kind of the magic number where you kind of just put yourself away and out of contention for the top 4. And HOSSES are in a better spot at 2-3. They can make things happen. But at 2-4, if they were to drop this game, make it pretty tough to make it into the top 4.
7 goals for Zol in this series. Are you getting kind of a flashback to what we saw from Ajax in that last series for Manhattan? You know, really just kind of willing his team to victory, and he's done it not just with scoring goals, he's done it on the defensive end, he's done it with challenges everywhere, all over the field. Zol has been phenomenal, and in a season where all we've talked about is, you know, Epic Johnny this, Epic Johnny that, needing help from Hato and Zol, they have stepped up, especially Zol.
Yeah, and I think in the beginning of the game, Zol was able to kind of make things happen right off the bat. You saw the insolences, the bad touch from him, and he was able to score for APPLESAUCE. I think if they can start off on the right foot, this APPLESAUCE team really gets going, but we'll find out because we got one more game here in the North American Rival Series between the HOSSES and APPLESAUCE.
One game to determine effectively whose season is all over as we get underway in game 5. Our final game of Rival Series action. It's been a blast so far. Hato looking to set up Epic Johnny, who misses just off the near side. A sigh of relief from the HOSSES as they try to break out, but they don't break out in a very convincing formation. Chrome will find Insol, but it's coming right back in. Early advantage so far to APPLESAUCE as they try to get that opening goal. Insolences gives one away to Epic Johnny. Hato was looking for someone to blow up in net. Nobody was there. Chrome able to avoid him. And Zol now, full tank of boost to play this from Insol. It's going to be Epic Johnny who's not able to get there. That touch, yeah, maybe Zol needs to stick to shooting.
We haven't really seen too much offense in the HOSSES for the last 2 games now, especially going into this one. APPLESAUCE, again, lots of control on the offensive third, and the HOSSES just kind of pushing things away. A lot of initiative coming out from the APPLESAUCE team.
Insol with the stop there. Around in front, it's Hato who had an opportunity. I think he was trying to maybe get a little too fine. Saw the defensive insolences. Could not play it around him, but he also didn't make contact at all. Hato just kind of flailing around. At least gets a touch to slow down the attack, and it buys his teammates enough time as they get back on the defensive end. By the way, that 5 goals from Zolhe ties the Rival Series record for single goals in a game. Of course, tying Chicago, his former teammate, back in Season 1. I would guess that that was probably part of that game where they massacred Incognito. It'll be Zolhe to center one here, but Chrome is going to run onto it, ultimately giving way to Insolences. Now Hato, stuck in the corner, not a great first touch, but not a lot of pressure either from the HOSSES. It does feel like they're playing a little bit timid as Timmy hits that off the crossbar, and back downfield it goes, big clear for Applesauce.
That's been good pressure for the HOSSES. They have got to put something away. That's kind of been the bane of this team so far. They get a lot of pressure and really whoever they play, but they just can't score.
Now Insolences just gonna fire and forget here, throwing that one across and retreating back. Timmy is hanging around way up front. We're used to seeing Timmy in front of the other goal, his own defensive end. Instead, he's cherry picking downfield, but it hasn't resulted in anything. He's just there to steal some boost. He's stolen a couple, but Epic Johnny should have this ahead of Timmy. He does. Insolences for Timmy, not able to find it. It's awkward defensively for Applesauce, but they've been given enough time, and so they are able to clear the zone, and it's a reset now for the HOSSES. Hato. That's taken by Timmy. What can Zol do with this? Again, he's been the kryptonite that HOSSES have not been able to deal with, but it all, really most of the damage, all of the damage coming in that previous game, a must-win for Applesauce, and nobody has seized control in Game 5.
We haven't really heard too much from Johnny in this series, really at all. He's been very quiet, has been mostly Zolhe, and that's what we talked about for this team is other teammates stepping up for Applesauce. That one rings off the post there for the HOSSES.
Zolhe to sky one up. Hato can't clear the zone cleanly, but it is finally bombed away by Zol, and it's Chrome this time, all the way at the back, who makes the big clear. He's the only one, and he quickly comes up to throw one just off the target. Not many high-quality scoring opportunities for either team here as we get to the final minute. This has been a war of attrition in Game 5. Someone is eventually going to blink. Epic Johnny. Boy, he threaded the needle there. That was dangerous territory with two attackers all over him. Found the soft spot in the defense, and Insolences all the way back to make sure there's no quick counterattack.
This is it for both of these teams. 40 seconds in Game 5, the last match of the day. Lots of implications on the line for both these teams. I have to think maybe in overtime.
That's looking that way, but this is going to skip through. It's a wild kick out of the corner. Epic Johnny calculated.
And again, this is what we've been talking about with the HOSSES. You see, Chrome, he is going in rotation, but it's just a wide open backfield there for the HOSSES. Epic Johnny able to take advantage of that with less than 30 seconds left. Epic Johnny comes alive, and Applesauce up by 1.
Can the HOSSES answer? There have not been many answers late in games in this series. Timmy for Chrome. Chrome has enough in the tank for one more touch, but Zolhe's there to meet him. 10 seconds remain. And Hato. Well, that's not great defensive positioning, and they're going to pay. No, it's Zol who makes the save on Chrome's last-ditch effort. One more opportunity, and it's going to be over to the corner. That won't touch down yet. Insolences in traffic. Somehow keeps us in the air.
Oh my goodness.
Now Hato, he can't clear it. Another opportunity. Zolhe to drop it down, and Applesauce. It was not pretty at any point in this series.